So welcome back to our presentation. Okay, for my part, I will cover on the past year question, which is I take it randomly on our individual assignment. So good luck to find it in your assignment. So we
So
go.
indirectly for those yang prepare soalan ni, you already have the answer. At least 50 to 70% you dah ada answer, and then you can put your answer itu dalam you punya individual punya assignment as well.
Okay, so I will go through first questions, which is cover the chapter 1, which is we can read the questions. So it is question 5. So you can find it later. The International Accounting Standard Board (IASB) conceptual framework identifies a number of qualitative characteristics that financial information should possess if it is to be useful for economic decision making. So we are required to discuss whether general purpose financial reporting is able to provide all of the information needed by the existing and potential investors, lenders, and other creditors. So we want to know whether the general purpose of financial reporting are able to provide all the information needed. So let's continue to the answers for these questions. Next slide. Okay, so the answer. Consequently, existing and potential investors, lenders, and other creditors need information to help them to assess the prospect for the future net cash inflow to an entity. So we know that external organization need our such as investor need the information from our company in order for them to buy share or to become our creditors. But, however, general purpose financial reports do not and cannot provide all the information that existing and potential investor, lenders, and other creditors need. Those users need to consider pertinent information from other sources. For example, general economic condition and expectations, political events and political climate, and also industry and company outlooks. General purpose financial report are not designed to show the value of a reporting entity, but they provide information to help existing and potential investors, lenders, and other creditors to estimate the value of the reporting entity. So the last point has been explained by Ashraf just now. He said that the general purpose financial report are not designed to show the value of a reporting entity. So in this question, we know that the general purpose financial reports are cannot provide all the information needed. It's just certain information that is important for those external organizations. Okay, so we go to the next question, which cover the chapter 2. Okay, so the question also on the question 5. Conceptual framework is a statement of generally accepted theoretically principles which form the frame of reference for a particular field of inquiry. The conceptual framework provides the basis for both development of new reporting practice and evaluation of existing ones. The conceptual framework will determine which events should be accounted for, how they should be measured, and how they should be communicated to the user. So for this question, it's required two things. Which is the first is we need to discuss two major roles of the conceptual framework in the development of accounting standards, and then we also need to discuss the meaning of relevant and faithful representation and as the two main qualitative characteristics of financial information in the International Accounting Standard Board (IASB) framework. So we go through to the two major roles of conceptual framework. Next slide. So here I give three because for our discussion. So for the answer for the A is a conceptual framework form a theoretical basis for determining how transactions should be measured and reported, how they are present or communicate to users, And then they provide users and preparers of financial statement and understanding of accounting practices and standards based on a common ideology. Also, conceptual framework assists the MASB, which is Malaysia uh, Accounting Standard Board, to develop MFRS standard that are based on consistent concept. Then, this conceptual framework also assists preparers to develop consistent accounting policies when no standard applies to a particular transaction or other event, or when a standard allows a choice of accounting policy. Uh, you guys clear, right? This is the major role of conceptual framework. So we go to the next answers, which is the two main uh, characteristic, which is the relevance and also faithful representation. This answer uh, you can refer to Fasha's presentation, or you can read here, which is relevant financial information is capable of making a difference in the decision made by users. Financial information is capable of making a difference in decision if it has predictive value, confirmatory value, or both. The predictive value and confirmatory value of financial information are interrelated. And then faithful representation means representation of a substance of an economic phenomenon instead of representation of its legal form only. A faithful representation seeks to maximize the underlying characteristic of completeness, naturality, and freedom from error. A natural depiction is supported by the exercise of prudence. Prudence is the exercise of caution when making judgment under condition of uncertainty. So I hope by when I give you the answers, you guys can use it as uh, reference to do your individual assignments. That's all from me. Thank you.